So here's how I made this 80s flavoured banger in about 15-20 minutes. So I've just got myself an FLKey Mini. My last mini keyboard broke a couple of years ago, so I haven't really been playing a keyboard, and it does give you a different perspective. So I've got this new mini keyboard. I get small ones because they're easier to carry around. I just sort of do everything on a laptop, and it's useful to have something small. So it kind of does give you a different perspective when you start playing notes rather than on the standard ASCII keyboard, QWERTY keyboard. Play them on a proper piano keyboard, even if it's a small one. So I was playing with it, and you know, it kind of encourages you to try some of the synths out in FL Studio. So I got out Flex, and this jump up SH1 jump up repertoire comes free from ImageLine, certainly with my version of FL Studio, and I found this preset called Bread and Butter, and here's how it sounds. So it's like a synth preset that's an entire riff, really. And you know, I don't tend to use a lot of these. I don't tend to kind of like the music that you make with them that much, but it's kind of fun, and I was playing with the keyboard, so you know, I just started doing this. And of course, you know, this was just playing around, and that key change, that sudden sort of shift in tonality there, immediately triggers a whole set of 80s feel. Because I mean, a lot of 80s electronic music was obviously made with arpeggiators. You know, you did have like hit one key on the keyboard and get an arpeggio or get some sort of rhythmic pattern. That was a big, I guess, innovation of 80s synthesizers, and so a lot of the music kind of has that feel. So just having that kind of a riff obviously brought about those feelings, and just that, particularly this shift here, just feels a very 80s move. So you know, then I thought I'll put something together with that. Sounds like this. So I like that little sort of transition bit there before we go around to the loop again. Then I had to pair that with something like the Sawyer. So I pulled out this, go up a couple of octaves here. This lead sound, FGS64. Quite a nice sound. Now I put some effects on those, so for that bass line, I just put the wave shaper on it, the bass riff. I just sort of changed the character slightly with that. I also put the vintage chorus 2 on it. Sawyer, well, I did a few things with this. Firstly, I've got a few pitch bends here at the beginning. Just using slides on these notes. I've put some effects on that as well. So the effects, I've put more effects here. I put a bit of a flange on it, thicken it up slightly. I've put a gross beat on it to give it a bit of texture, not full, just over here, just kind of makes it stutter slightly, and you'll see how that adds some nice texture to it. I put a bit of delay on it. The important thing here, delay is standard 4 delay, and then I've put multiband delay. That was a preset. I've not really got to grips with this yet. I just use a preset here, but it does definitely thickens it up, makes it louder sounding, and probably adds a bit to it. So we've just got those two parts now. And then before I play the whole thing, here's the drums. The drums, simplest drums in the world. Kick, clap, snare, all going to the same channel by themselves. They sound like this. Quite thuddy, like again, not my style really, not what I like, not my taste in general, but it's quite fun this time. So secret here is I've got this Thing Bubbles. I got this in a sale, in Black Friday sale a couple of months ago. It basically adds some resonant filter, a number of resonant filters at different frequencies spread out. Can be a little bit of delay. Kind of gives this particular way I've set it up, gives this effect on those drums. Then I put a bit of a delay on it. Important thing about this delay is it high pass filtered, so the low frequencies only go through, don't get echoed. It's just the high frequencies get echoed here. Again, not very loud. This one's on a 5, not 4, so it just kind of adds a bit of complexity. And then I just stuck the whole thing through the compressor. I think I just went with the blower preset. So stick all that together. Those are on. That chorus should be on there for the thing. Those are all on. And here's the final result. Yeah, like I say, it didn't take me very long to do this. It's just because I had a keyboard and because I just found a preset that made this big sort of riff. I think it's got an 80s flavour. You may or may not agree, but it's fun. I had a good time doing this anyway. You're already hearing that texture on the soil at this point. Texture from the growth beat. Well, that's it, guys. It's a bit of fun. As I say, 20 minutes, maybe half an hour for the final kind of arrangement. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. And I'm out.